Alright, looks like we're live. Hopefully you guys can see us. Hopefully you guys are all out there viewing. So today, I'm doing this new show. Basically, I'll be talking to a guest, and today's guest is a cute kitten. How are you doing, my friend?
I am very good, Mulletcap. Thanks for having me. It's an honor to be the first guest on the show, I gotta say.
Yeah, I figured I would start with you, just because I've got a plan in mind. I'm not going to say it out loud now, but I've got this brilliant plan of all the people I'm going to ask for the first 3 ones, and then if not, after that, well, I'm boned. I have no plans after that.
Hey man, you just loop the guests again. You get me back. I'll be show 31.
Just 13 interviews with a cute kitten. It'll be brilliant.
Yeah, man. That'll go down a treat. Everyone will love that.
It'll be great. Well, anyways, the whole reason I created this was I wanted to create some, what's the word for it? Promotion material, basically for our players rather than our events, because I think it's kind of interesting to see players at events, and I think whenever I go to a major, I've been really interested in just meeting people there, you know how it is. And I think a lot of people don't get the chance to interact with Tasmanian local players a lot. So I wanted to create these interviews basically, just on our player base to see, you know, how they feel.
Yeah, okay. That's a good idea. I mean, I gotta say, we're pretty isolated down here, so it's definitely hard to communicate with the rest of the world, tournament-wise at least.
For sure. Anyways, what have you been up to lately?
Well, life-wise, outside of games, I've got a little bit going on. Got some exciting news on the house front, but yeah, might be moving into a place, which is pretty exciting. So that's been taking up a little bit of my time. But in terms of video games, you know, I'm just trying to get some Tekken in where I can, because that's hella fun, man. And
yeah, for
working
sure.
too.
You've been getting home from... Was it boxing that you do, or was it an MMA?
Boxing, yeah.
Boxing.
So I
How's
just
that
had
been
my
going for
boxing training tonight. It's been going pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, been pretty slack the last couple of weeks. I haven't been going, but just
you're one
trying to
of
get back
those
into
guys.
it now. Yeah, you know, I say I do boxing, but I go once every month, you know.
Brilliant.
Hella scrubby.
No, it's not good enough. You have to go like every 4 minutes. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that kind of lackluster effort.
Exactly, man. Hey, it's the same as if you don't show up to your locals, you know?
That's true. I strongly encourage anyone, anywhere, who possibly can, just to go to their locals. There is nothing more enjoyable than going to a local and just having a good time playing casuals, for sure.
Man, I gotta agree with you there. It's hella fun going to locals.
Yeah, it's just... I don't get the same kind of enjoyment I get from, like... What's the word for it? Online gameplay. Even if I could play online with my shitty internet, I definitely would prefer a local. It's just like that one-on-one interaction of being right next to the person.
Yeah, it adds that element of like competition. You can mess with your opponent and everything that you can't. Like, you can do it online a little bit, but man, in person, it's like a whole nother level.
Definitely. Alright, so I think that most people is expecting this to just be a straight interview for the most part, but I do have some special little things planned, little events that we're going to do during the course of this stream.
Okay.
So I hope that they turn out to be pretty interesting. But we're going to start with our first one right now. Bear with me just a moment. It's going to be this one. We'll just hide that real quick. Dun-dun. 20 questions with Mulletcap. This will basically be a section where I ask you 20 questions, and we'll go into depth of each question, and generally most of them are about fighting games, but some of them aren't, which I thought would be a great idea to add, because generally we want to get an idea about you as a person rather than you as the guy who played Tekken, and Tekken is all you can think about, because at least for me, if I had to play Tekken or any fighting game 100% all the time, I would die. I would go insane.
Yeah, there aren't many people in the world that can just play fighting games.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's an intense experience, man. It's very draining. But I'll let you get into the questions, dude.
All right, we're going to start with our first one, which I think will be a pretty easy question. What is your favorite fighting game?
Oh, my favorite fighting game? Easy, dude. It's obviously Them's Fighting Herds.
Brilliant. My favorite.
No, I'm just messing around. Obviously Tekken 7. Being a a big part of my life for the last couple of years now. So yeah, gotta be.
That's true. I think you started coming in when cooldown was established, correct?
Yeah, a few weeks after it opened, me and my brother, we came in. Yeah. Started playing some Tekken.
Yeah, so that's basically pretty early on in our Tekken 17. I feel like it was maybe 6 months in before that. So yeah, it was pretty early.
Yeah, pretty early days. I think I started getting into it pretty seriously just before season 1 ended. So the start of season 2, pretty much.
Yeah, that makes sense. That was when I think Ethan dropped the game, if I correct. After all.
Yeah, man. I still got beef with that guy. We gotta play proper games against each other.
Yeah.
Just dodge me.
definitely feel that. I do want Ethan to come back and rickroll us all.
Yeah, it'd be good. Some good games.
You know how it is with him, being a teacher and all. So,
yeah, it's tough.
Moving on to our second question. Who is your favourite video game character? Because I felt like if we just picked fighting game character, it wouldn't be wide enough. It'd be too easy.
Yeah, well, if it was a fighting game character, it obviously would have to be Bob. Like, hands down, I love that guy. I don't know why. I'm just like drawn to Bob.
How can you not love Bob?
I know, he's such a cutie. But man, of all time, it's pretty tough to pick just one. There's so many video games.
Give us a rundown then.
Okay, well, I love TF2. I used to play that a lot in high school. So my favorite character from that was Medic. I really love the Medic. Yeah.
That's fair. And, I've never played a lot of TF2. I think I played a little bit, but not enough to actually get their hands get onto being good at the game.
Yeah. Man, you've thrown me for a curveball here. I'm trying to think of games now, but honestly, it'd have to be Medic from TF2. That's like my childhood right there.
Yeah, that's for sure. For me, it's Sonic the Hedgehog for sure.
Sonic?
Yeah, Sonic's so great.
Dude. Do you play Sonic in Smash?
Sonic in Smash? No, I don't. I play Ganondorf.
Okay.
Because I like holding towards my opponent, pressing the A button and doing 20% damage. I'm not big brained enough to play Smash.
Yeah, man. I play Ike just because his side B goes long distance.
Yeah.
That's about it.
He's like Ganondorf. You took away all Ganondorf's flaws.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. A little bit.
I think Falcon's like that, right?
No, Falcon. I think Falcon's actually probably worse than Ganondorf, but I wouldn't know. I'd have to consult the Smash Ultimate tribe.
Man, yeah. I don't want to weigh in too heavily on that. I'll leave that to some Smash fellas.
Me too. I'll bring it up in a future interview. Is Ganondorf better than Captain Falcon? Alright, third question. What's your favourite sport?
My favourite sport? Man, I have to go with my default answer on this one. That's tennis.
Tennis?
Yeah, tennis.
And not squash?
Not squash. No, I've only picked up squash pretty recently because of my girlfriend, Grace. So the reason I got into that to begin with was because I used to play a lot of tennis as a kid.
Yeah.
Represented the state a couple times, and then gave it up when I was about 14 or so. So I stopped pretty young, and yeah, I don't know. I just love it.
Yeah, 14 is definitely the age where most people give up on their dreams and such. I know I was really good at running until age 14, and the thing that stopped me wasn't the fact that I was giving up though, it was just the fact I became terrible at running. But I remember when I was 14, I was probably the best in our school, which was great.
Oh, tight.
Yeah.
Hey man, I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I'm actually a very good runner.
Yeah. Man, you're asking the questions, and I'm learning things about you. This is crazy.
Exactly. It's a 2 for 2.
This format's very enlightening.
Alright, next question. Which do you prefer? Large FGC events, so that would be majors such as BAM, or smaller ones like our locals?
Man, that's a tough one. I think smaller FGC events, it's obviously a more casual environment, and I feel like you can learn a lot more while you're at them. But I just think from the raw competition standpoint and the prestige of doing well in a big tournament, I'm gonna have to go with a big tournament.
There's something about big tournaments, man. You just go there
Yeah,
and like, even if you go 0-2, the just energy in the air and just the excitement, it's just like, oh, okay, I'm ready, until you hit like Sunday afternoon and you're like, I'm not ready, I just want to go drink.
yeah. Man, I don't know. It's just a good vibe, like getting in that room with so many different people of all different like skill levels, and yeah, and then just at the end of the whole tournament, everyone goes and gets drunk. It's dope.
Yeah, I definitely love it. Large FGC, I would probably say I'd love more as well. Alright, so here's a little bit of a random wrench in the works. What job do you think you'd be really good at?
Well, that's a good question. I'm gonna have to say the job I'm doing so I don't get fired, which is IT. But honestly, if I knew, I'd probably be doing it.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'll have to ponder that one and maybe get back to you.
It's definitely a curveball that I wanted to throw in to try and throw off people being about, oh, I'm really good at fighting games, so I reckon I could be a professional fighting game player. Yeah, but what else?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say that, but I feel like, it's a bit of a stretch.
Dude, being a fighting gamer is so tough. It's like...
It's super tough.
It's devote yourself entirely to, like, one game. Or multiple games if you're a god like Sonic Fox. Or you've just got to constantly be streaming and basically give up free time for that. And even then, it's still very difficult to be, like, noticed. I think it's really rough, but if you get to play video games for a living, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's a very, very competitive environment. I think fighting games actually, of all sort of esports and I guess professions you could go into that revolve around a game, it's one of the harder things to get into. All the games tend to take up their own niche, and there's not a lot of money and that sort of thing to go around. So it's you got to be like top 5 in your game if you even like could consider making money off of it.
Yeah, that's
job.
true.
So,
or you have to get some big sponsorship, which aren't going around too much recently.
Yeah, no,
for obvious
definitely
reasons.
Not. Yeah, but I mean, hey, what can I say? Cool Boy Tekken sponsoring a lot of players right now. We got some great players, man.
That's right, you did establish Cool Boy Tekken. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's super legit, man. We're legit as hell. We got shirts on the way. Just working out the designs with my dog's sister's cousin at the moment, so we're just working it out.
I'm so keen to see those designs. Okay, what's something you do in your pastime other than fighting games?
Well, you might have mentioned it before, but I like to do boxing and squash. That's one of the things I love to do in my spare time is sport.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, apart from that, man, just hang
chilling
out. Yeah, watch Netflix.
Brilliant.
Try and sleep in.
Work constantly.
Yeah, work constantly. Man, work is hella lame. I would replace that with sleeping in a heartbeat if I got paid to sleep.
That's what I thought, and then I was unemployed for 3 months, and I'm like, get me out of here! Stop!
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely really I like playing sports, but I don't like watching sports at all. For me. It's
I relate to that.
Yeah. It's just not involved enough. I want to do a specky in football. I don't want to sit there and watch people do speckies in football.
Yeah.
Alright. Question number 7. So, zoning, rushdown, or defensive gameplay? Which one do you prefer?
Cool. Well, I know what like everyone in Taz would say I prefer, which is rushdown. But honestly, I think if I wanted to get better at any style, it'd have to be defensive play. I think that's the pinnacle for Tekken, at least.
Yeah, so you think you're weakest in defensive play?
I think the reason I can do well is actually I'm better than I let on at it, but I'm still pretty weak.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's understandable. It makes sense that most Tekken players would either go for a rushdown or defensive gameplay, but I feel like, at least from my viewpoint, some other people might disagree with me. I think Tekken's a really easy yet difficult game to be defensive in. It's hard because in Tekken, I feel like you've got to be more defensive by being offensive, like throwing out jabs and things like that, and trying to poke your opponent and make sure whenever they're doing something, you know, they're discouraged from doing so. But whereas I think in other games, being more defensive means obviously blocking correctly more and trying to escape rather than, you know, just trying to play counter moves a lot. At least from my experience. But I feel like...
it's definitely a weird compromise. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
That's fine. No worries. We're all good here. This is an interview about you, not me.
I'm sorry, Mother. I'm sorry. Hella disrespectful.
It's
what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. You're talking about the jabs, though. I feel like throwing out jabs in neutral and Tekken and that sort of thing is probably the closest you get to zoning, actually. That would be... I mean, there are fireball characters now. But
they only have one fireball, and it's more of a hard call-out rather than a... You know,
it's
commit to zoning and
more
stay
like
away.
It's more like a gimmick almost. Like most people are like, all right, I'll just step in and get around it. Like occasionally you'll catch people out if they're under pressure or you think they're gonna run straight at you, but
that's for sure.
Stoning is very strange in Tekken because it kind of exists, but not really.
That's fair. Okay, 8th question: what is a fighting game you've always been interested in playing that you currently don't?
I'd have to say probably Street Fighter, actually.
Street
Been
Fighter?
watching a lot of Street Fighter clips, a lot of Punk and stuff like that online.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is it just the raw 2D-ness of it? Or just
I
something
think
more?
so, yeah. I think it's the lineage of the game as well, you know, it's sort of
the prestige.
To be the backbone of the FGC for a really long time.
Yeah. For me, I definitely would not want it to be Street Fighter. Street Fighter is probably one of my least favorite games. Or at least Street Fighter 5
played
was.
it, so.
I have a little bit, but for me, Street Fighter is just like, I don't know, it's a little bit... I understand that the legacy's there, but for me, I've never really enjoyed Street Fighter to the level that I feel like I had to. I felt like there wasn't enough depth there. Because I was so used to anime fighters. But yeah, Street Fighter's a really interesting choice. Because it's not something I would have expected from you, to be honest.
Well, what were you expecting? Like another 3D game? Like Soul Cal or something?
Yeah, I was thinking something a little bit faster at the very least. Like something like Soul Calibur, or maybe even like a Virtual Fighter or something like that.
Okay.
Question number 9.
Actually,
go ahead.
Before we move on, I do have to say, Virtua Fighter would be like second pick. That game, I played that when I was like 5 or something at my uncle's house. Man, I'd like to play that again. That was pretty fun.
That's true. I want to see another Virtua Fighter for sure. Okay, so question number 9: if you had unlimited money, what's the first thing you'd buy?
First thing I'd buy. Well, normally I'd say house, but that looks like it's already happening. So I don't know. I'm gonna go with a better goddamn PC. This thing needs replacing. I built this like 7 years ago. It is slow as balls. It lagged like hell. Right, it's the worst. So that's probably what I go with. It's pretty tame choice, but
for sure.
Just go with a hella tight PC.
Definitely need that hardware upgrade, especially from 7 years. But I feel like
it's been a while.
At least nowadays, I think PCs would probably have I don't know, maybe a lifetime of 3 years, and I feel like that gap's gonna get smaller and smaller.
I feel like it's going the other way, actually. I think computers are lasting longer because the innovations are slowing down over time.
It's probably a fair point. I feel like there's going to be, at least in terms of like graphics cards and parts, I guess. Who knows? I'm not qualified enough to speak on the subject. You think I would be?
You need it.
But I'm not. Alright.
Yeah.
Question number 10. What is something you think everyone should do at least once?
Everyone should do it at least once. I think everyone. I'm trying to think of something like slightly profound here, but that's actually not just a complete piss take.
Do it. Give us the profound piss take. I believe in it.
I don't know. I would say watch a movie at the cinema alone. That's a weird. It's kind of a niche one, but I think I don't. I think a lot of people never go and watch movies like that without a friend group.
No, I'm definitely inclined to agree. I've never been to a movie by myself. I go with at least one other person. But there was one movie that I thought about doing it with.
Oh yeah, which one was that?
It was the Fate Stay Night movie that recently came out, but it was only on for one weekend, and I was running the event that weekend, so...
Hell yeah.
But yeah, go ahead with what you're saying.
Man. You should have done it.
I couldn't, I was running an
event. Yeah, ditch the event, watch the movie alone.
Brilliant.
Yeah, they totally would have been fine with that. No, my thought process for it is... I don't know. You go in a group and you sort of still get a narrow social experience. But when you sit in a room and share a movie with someone else or a bunch of people that you don't know, you only kind of know through the movie, it's different.
Alright. I actually really like that answer. I'm going to go try that.
Yeah, give it a go, man. It's my easy to perform bucket list task.
Brilliant. Alright, if you could remove one character from your favourite fighting game, who would it be?
Bruh, Leroy. Easy. Get rid of that guy. Ugh. He's still the worst. He's still just terrible.
Is he still plus on everything?
He's supposed to be balanced now, but I don't care. He still hella sucks. He still has whack-ass garbage that just shouldn't be on one character, and it just annoys me. So, definitely Leroy.
That's brilliant. Is he still, like, plus on everything he does?
Pretty much. His actual frames aren't as like oppressive as they were. It's just that he has everything, and like he has a good version or the best version of every kind of move. Like he has an orbital, has the best parry, he has like one of the best 10 frames, like a great stance, just all this stuff. It's like he's just supposed to be a defensive character, but he's got everything.
That's for sure. He's the king of trades. He
is, yeah.
Alright. Question 12 then. What is your favourite movie or TV show?
Oh, that changes from probably year to year, depending on my mood.
That makes sense.
But my favourite movie is definitely Shawshank Redemption. I always call it Red Dead Redemption because there's the character Red in there as well.
That makes sense. I haven't actually seen Shawshank, but whenever someone brings it up, I only hear positive things about it.
Dude, it's a great movie. You should definitely watch it. You can come round to my parents' house. We've got it on Blu-ray there.
Show up to your parents' house. Hey, I'm here to watch not Red Dead, Shawshank Redemption. Now I'm doing it. I made
you do it too, dude.
Damn it. It's been passed on through generations.
Oh man.
Oh man. But yeah, I'll definitely give it a watch for sure. Alright.
Definitely should.
Who is your favourite FGC player to watch?
Ooh, favorite FGC player to watch? I gotta say, probably Ulsan, actually.
Ulsan?
Ulsan's my favorite because he's got a really good bob. And so I like to analyze other bob players and try to improve my game that way. And I got to see him live at BAM, and he took that tournament out, actually, so I've been a pretty big fan since then.
Yeah, I think I've literally only seen him live. I haven't seen him on stream at all. But then again, I don't watch a lot of Tekken content, so...
Yeah, fair enough.
But I do remember seeing, like, I think it was one set he had. I don't know who it was against, but it looked pretty amazing. Who was it?
Oh, man.
Was he the one playing the Huarang there? No, he was playing against
he played... Oh, no, he played Rest, who was playing Huarang, I think.
Right, that's the set I watched, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. If only I was that good at Huarang, or that dedicated to trying to play my character.
Yeah. Ulsan's very, very good player. All those Korean boys are very strong.
That's true. Alright, question 14. Where is the most interesting place you've ever been?
Most interesting place I've ever been. I haven't traveled too much in my life. But most interesting place I've probably been was I guess New Zealand.
New Zealand?
Pretty lame for a OCE. area kind of travel. It's pretty much our next door neighbors, but
who cares? The neighbour's place can be pretty lit sometimes. There was
that's
one
true,
time
it's
when
a
I was
very-
a kid where... Oh, getting a little bit of static there.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, but I remember there was one time when I think I was 8, and my cat used to go over to my neighbour's house, and it would bring back like rats and stuff. And one time it brought back like a carpet snake that it had chewed through, and I picked up the snake, and I was like, I'm hope to God this is dead. It was like a tiny little carpet snake, and I picked it up, and I was like, oh, thank God it's dead. And then I threw it in the garbage, and I was like, wow, that was right in the next door's garden. I was like, there's snakes in my neighbour's garden. And I was like, shit.
Man, I was expecting a twist there, like it came to life and it bit you and you died.
Nah.
Or something, something real, like a real mix-up.
Nah. The real mix was it was actually dead.
There you go, the no mix-up.
Exactly, just instant air dash overhead. It works every time.
It does.
Alright.
Man.
What question were we up to? 15. If you could make one rule that everyone had to follow, what rule would you make?
Oh my god. Block, punish, belly. That's the one rule. My god.
I won't do
it. No one will do it.
I don't think I've ever blocked
least...
belly, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, look. I do it with some pretty cheesy setups. That's why everyone used to complain about belly. Because I'd always do it if I was between neg 4 and 0.
Right.
I'd catch people a lot of the time. But then everyone knows my setups now, but they just don't punish it. They block it, but they don't punish it. I'm like,
what is the punish for it? Is it it's not a 12 frame, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's negative 13. So if you have a 13 punish, you can do that. But
okay.
even a 10 is fine, man. Just
get something.
Something. Yeah, I don't want that awkward silence you have when I hit you with belly and you block it, and we just look at each other.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you use belly
supposed to
again.
punch me now, Yeah, and I just do it again.
It's brilliant. There's the next level. So, rule to take back, anyone watching, punish belly. Just do it.
Yeah.
Alright. What do you think the most important... Ooh. What happened there? Sorry, bear with me just a moment. I think my audio cut out. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I can't hear you. Just give me one moment.
Uh-oh.
Just quickly try and get this fixed. But, in the meantime, I will give you the question is, what do you think the most important skill to have in a fighting game is?
Ooh. Important skill. Let me know when you can hear me, by the way. I'm just gonna do, like, some humming or something, so people can hear me. Or is Mullet left and am I, like, on the stream alone? Hello? Hello?
Just trying to get my audio fixed, bear with me.
How we going? Am I audible yet? Zim zap zooey. I like ratatouille. Hello. Oh, am I coming through?
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
are you there?
hold up. I can. Yeah, I am here.
Did you hear me before?
Yeah, I heard the question. Are we all good audio-wise?
Yep, we're all good. I can hear you for sure. So do you want to go for it?
Fantastic, yeah. Oh, I've forgotten what the question was now.
Okay, no worries. What do you think the most important skill to have in a fighting game is?
Oh, man, okay. Yeah, I had this one on lock. I had it ready in my brain. It just slipped. Well, I gotta say, universally, it's gotta be movement. Man, movement and neutral are the most important things. It's how you start and, like, every fight. So, it has to be that.
That's fair.
Every other skill, I think, is superfluous to movement and neutral.
See, I'm of the opinion that's not 100% true. But
Ooh.
I understand that in Tekken, it is definitely the most important skill. What I think the most important skill that any player needs in any fighting game overall is awareness of situations. Because to me, if you're aware of a situation and you're aware of what your opponent is trying to achieve, you can actively form a plan to stop that. At the very least, that's my opinion. And I feel like this will work in any fighting game.
That's true.
Yeah. Generally, I think developing that skill is one of the most important things you can do, especially if you jump across games, like I do a lot.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I gotta say, my answer's coming from a pretty Tekken skewed place, so that's yours is probably more all fighting game viable. I would say.
But I feel like yours is still pretty important. Like, even if you exclude Tekken, movement is obviously such a big factor in every game. It's just the fact that, Tekken's a great game. And movement is super important. If you know how to move correctly in that game, it's just, you are leagues better than any other player.
Oh, yeah. Hell, it helps.
Alright, we're getting close to the end. What are you currently addicted to?
Addicted to? It's gotta be meth. Real big...
It's gotta be illegal drugs.
Yeah, it's gotta be... Man, I love that meth. Can't get me enough.
Brilliant.
No, definitely not meth. Don't arrest me. Probably sugar. I eat way too much sugar, but that's probably a very common one.
You're a sugar over caffeine kind of person then?
Yeah, I don't touch coffee actually.
I'm definitely the same.
Explicitly because I have so much sugar. I always say no, I don't want any caffeine because I know I'll get addicted to that as well.
That's for sure. I think I'm just addicted to sugar just because I grew up eating so much of it. Well, not eating, but like drinking a lot of red cordial and things like that. That it's just like gets me up in the morning.
Yeah,
it's the poor man's coffee.
That kick. It is. It's the even poorer man's cocaine.
For sure. So, question 18 is a little bit of a deep one. What are your opinions on the FGC scene, local or otherwise?
Well, I'll start with local because that's the one I probably have the most influence in. I don't know. Sometimes I'm conflicted on the Taz scene because obviously we're really small, and that's gonna always play a big role in what happens down here. And I guess from a Tekken perspective, I've always been impressed by, I guess, just the scene's resilience. Like, we kind of died for 3 months during COVID and Leroy and cooldown closing. That was sort of a trifecta of just terrible times for our scene.
It was definitely a big slash.
Yeah, it really was. But I mean, we managed to bounce back, and especially seeing those Launceston players come down and like, we had like 8 of them for the first tournament or something, was it?
Yeah.
Or was that the second tournament? Yeah.
Launceston boys have been pulling out for us. It's amazing. Yeah. I'm super happy that they come.
Yeah, it was like, it's super encouraging, I guess. It made me feel like, oh, dude, it's not just Hobart, it's all the Tassie that like fighting games and Tekken too. It was just great to see, I don't know, everyone back after COVID, after sort of, it seemed like everything was just kind of done,
Yeah, and it wasn't even like a very ceremonious done, like, this is our final event, we're gonna, start closing down shop. It was more like, nope, done, get out of here. Hard cut. Smash the credits.
Very abrupt.
But that's just generally how 2020 has been for a lot of people. But I'm glad, I'm at the very least glad that we in Tasmania have had the opportunity to actually even have locals.
Yes, yeah. We have been very fortunate with how we've dealt with COVID. We got over the initial shock pretty quick as a state.
Yeah.
I guess being an island helps, right?
That's true. I hope it stays that way and we don't get a third, fifth wave down here.
Oh man, yeah, please God, no.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep it away.
Alright, go to our second last question. What are some of your goals for the next 5 years? Can be fighting game related or otherwise.
Yeah, well, fighting game related, I want to get the Tassie Tekken scene at least to a viable point in competition with the other states.
Mm.
At the moment, and probably for a while, sort of a meme. I mean, every now and then one of our players will do okay, or
Yeah.
have some showing, but generally it's sort of considered, Tassie's free. So
Yeah.
from a Tekken perspective, I wanna keep the scene active and keen to learn. I think that's the main problem we've had is a lot of our players, they'll roll up to locals and they'll come play games, but man, they will not lab anything.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You gotta force them at like gunpoint to lab something.
Mm.
So,
I'm technically guilty of that, but I'm also not exclusively a Tekken player, so any time I can spend in fighting games could go to literally any fighting game I'm feeling.
Yeah, you're spread a little thin on the fighting game front. I wouldn't expect you to be spending hours in just the Tekken lab. So, yeah. I'm
also classically not a big fan of Tekken, but that's just my opinion. It's not like there's anything wrong with the game.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everyone, and it's still good to like see you there playing and organizing tournaments for us. So
yeah, that's true. But you guys are getting cut next week. Sorry. Nah, I'm kidding.
We're getting cut. Oh,
nah.
Damn.
You guys are fine.
We're going underground.
Brilliant.
That's good.
All right. Our final question for this segment: what do you think the best part about fighting games is?
The best part for me has to be a combination of the competition, because I'm a very competitive person. That's what really got me into it. And I think the community. I've never experienced a competitive community quite like the FGC.
Yeah.
I've played a lot of competitive games, but yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, it's weirdly strict in terms of like, you have to be able to do these things, you've got to learn, but it's like so laid back in that aspect. It's just like, yeah man, just go to training mode, do these things, and it's just like, oh god, I have to read a dictionary of Tekken notation. But why are these guys so relaxed about it?
Yeah, man. Everyone's like some wise old stoner. That's everyone in the FGC when it comes to like labbing stuff. Like, hey man, it's fine, dude. What? It's only 2 pages of notes and changes. Don't worry about it. We'll go through it together. It's gonna be a 5-hour video. It's gonna be fine.
Every time patch notes come out and everyone's like, ooh, give me the good stuff. Brilliant.
Yeah. Gotta huff that stuff down, man. Big changes. Gotta admit though, it is pretty exciting.
It is.
When new stuff gets put out. Keep updating the game, Harada.
That's true. Thanks. Definitely. Support your fighting games. Alright, so that brings us to the end of our 20 question section. Hooray! Woo! Alright. How are we doing on time?
How did I do, man?
I feel like a lot of the questions you gave, pretty good. There were some definite bad ones in there, and I don't like you anymore for them. Nah, I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
No. They were all good questions, but I'm definitely trying out the movie thing, for sure.
Alright, dope.
Alright, now we get into the meat of this interview. It's the one where I make fun of you ridiculously. I'm just kidding, it's not. Alright, for our next section, we're going to have... Dun-dun! So you think you know more about fighting games than me, do you challenge?
Oh man, no.
Yeah.
I can pretend to for the segment, but I think you're gonna get me on this one.
Yeah, I am looking forward to this so much because, like, I got about, let's say about 30 of the questions here memorized off by heart. But there are like 75 questions total.
Damn, that's a lot of questions. Do I get like a pen and paper for this?
No, you don't. What you do get, though, is 3 minutes. So you have to get through as many questions as possible. But you are allowed to pass, so you don't have to answer correctly. So I will tell you, basically, when the answer to the question is correct. And if it's not correct, I won't say anything. But you can choose to pass at any time. So you can just blast through these and get to question 75 in 3 minutes and get a score of 0, and that'll be completely fine.
Alright. We'll see how I go.
So, you ready to start?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Alright then, we're going to get into it, and your time starts now. Alright, in what year did the first Tekken game release in arcades?
1993? 1994.
Correct. That's one for you.
Yeah, I knew that totally. Yeah.
Excellent. Second question. What game did the original Super Smash Bros. Game release on? What platform, sorry?
The N64?
Correct. What game is Hagar from the Marvel vs. Capcom series originally from?
Streets of Rage? Is that right? It's one of those, I'm gonna have to pass that one, I forgot.
Who is the final boss on Ultra Street Fighter 4?
M. Bison. Pass.
Pass. Name one character that appears in both Marvel vs. Capcom and Darkstalker series.
Oh man. Man, what's that lady with the wings called? Morgana? Is she? No? Man, that's the only one I can remember because she got blue hair.
The name's close.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Oh no, I gotta pass, dude.
Pass? Which fighting game character's signature move is known as the Tetsuzanko?
Oh yeah. Man, this is kind of embarrassing. I feel like I should know this stuff. I'm gonna say Akuma.
Close.
No, it's Ryu. Ken. Evil Ryu. It's one of those guys, but pass again, man. Sorry, I haven't played it.
Who holds the record for most Evo championships as of November 2020?
Oh, is it Justin Wong?
Correct. Which Soul Calibur game features Link from the Legend of Zelda series?
4? 5? 3. It's one of them. Is it 2?
It is. Correct.
Oh my god.
Kasumi and IMA from Dead or Alive 6 are both trained what?
Ninjas.
Correct.
Oh,
how many characters are in the base roster for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
52? Skip, I don't know that one.
Which character popularized the famous quote, "Get over here"?
Scorpion.
Correct. Which Street Fighter game did Birdie first appear in?
Was it the first one? No, the second one.
It was the first one.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
What is Soul Bad Guy's previous name?
Is it Soul Good Guy?
No.
I'm gonna pass that one, man.
Which fighting game series did the "Yo, you want to learn how to do a fucking infinite" meme stem from?
That's 3 minutes, isn't it? Is my time up?
Oh, it is too. I wasn't paying attention. My bad.
Yeah, that's alright. I'm just trying to get out of here as quickly as possible, man. I'm trying not to embarrass myself anymore.
Oh, wrong music.
It's
but
jams,
yes,
though.
Score of 7. You did better than I thought you were gonna do.
You weren't expecting much from me there.
I was expecting a score of 3. I thought 3 was going to be the score, but 7 is a good score.
Okay. Hey man, I got some of that video game trivia. Pretty slow there. Does that mean you get to do it next?
Do I get to do it
next? Or is that cheating? Yeah.
I literally can't do it. I already know this stuff.
I'll just
I've
make
got
the
it
questions
written in front of
me. You email me the questions and I'll read them backwards in Latin.
Yeah,
and that way,
I think,
like to throw you off.
I think if I wanted to do this, I'd probably have to do it really soon in the streams, and it would be hard because I'd have to get someone to be the actual host while I did this.
Yeah, that'd be a tough one. Hey man, I'll be your co-host for quizzes. I'll be your quiz co-host.
But yeah, you did pretty well. You got 7, and I think you answered like 50% of the questions. So out of like 14 questions, you got around about 15. Which is great. But
what's the name of the Darkstalkers character as well? I gotta know.
Morrigan.
Morgana?
Yeah, you were close.
I was so close. Man.
Yeah.
God, I should have got that one.
I was hoping you would have got it. She's the easiest one to get, but there are other ones too that I won't say.
Yeah, there are other ones. Man, I'll have to play either of those games to find out, or watch videos, or just know it. There are many ways to know these things. Yeah, I've heard that's quite good actually, but a bit before my time.
It was before everyone's time. It was, what was it, 1997 maybe? The original? I'm not quite sure. It was definitely really early.
Hella old school.
Because I remember it was covered in High Score Girl, which is a great anime that I recommend to people to watch that basically covers FGC stuff of early arcades in Japan.
Tight.
Alright. So we got 15 minutes left. We're doing well on time. But yeah,
we are.
Congratulations on setting the first score, and probably the average score. And hopefully when we get some more people in, you'll still have the best score.
Hopefully. I'm hoping I stay on top for at least, like, 1. So, like, I'm kind of, like, you know, setting some kind of bar.
I feel like as soon as we get one of the anime players on, though, they're gonna get a better score.
Yeah, probably. Anime players are very educated fellows, you know?
Only because they have to play literally every other game, just to go to locals.
That's true. I gotta say, I realized I can just spam the numbers as well. If it's like, which of this game was someone in, I can just list them all, technically.
Yeah, but what if they're a spin-off?
Yeah, well, I mean, then I'll just pass.
Like Street Fighter Cross Tekken, or things like that. But yeah.
Oh man, that's true.
I'm surprised you knew that Birdie was in the original Street Fighter.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's literally just an NPC.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I kind of know about him. But I mean, I panicked when you didn't reply straight away.
Oh, you didn't give me a chance.
Did I get that wrong? Is it the second one?
Nah. It was
anyway. Let's move on. Let's move on from my bad quiz take.
No,
I don't want to think about it anymore.
Alright, so our last section is a pretty quick one. It's not too long. I made it quick because it was, you know, at the end of the stream you might end up not wrapping up on time. So I just wanted to make sure that we could get this one done. And this is our third and final event. It's the Guess That Logo Challenge. So basically, this one's going to be a little bit, maybe not hard, but it's going to be a pretty quick one. So what I'll do is, I will show you a picture of a logo. Basically, it could be from any fighting game, and you've got to try and recognize it and say what the logo is. And you've got 3 chances, basically, and 3 different images I will give you that will show you the design of the logo. 1 blacked out, 1 with an excerpt, and 1 blacked out with a little bit of an excerpt to show you what's going on.
Alright.
It was funny this morning. Not this morning, but like an hour before the stream happened, I realized I hadn't set up which logo we were going to use, so I was like, oh shit. So I had to speed run editing and stuff just to make sure that they were ready.
And I hope you gave me an easy one, or a couple easy ones.
I did give you an easy one, but I don't think you'll get it regardless.
Alright. Man, I feel like I'm in school again. I feel like teachers looking down on me. You'll never make anything of yourself. You'll never guess these FTC logos.
The only difference is that the internet is watching, so they can utterly obliterate you and be like, you didn't know this logo? Get out of here.
Yeah, man. The internet knows everything, dude.
They do.
Especially those guys in comment sections. They're so knowledgeable and wise.
I'm excited to see Bottles be like, yeah, I knew what the logo was. I think Bottles in class are my top commenters, so that would make sense.
Well, that's sick. We'll say hi to them at the end.
We will.
We'll give a shout out to all our viewers.
For sure. I'm super glad that people stayed with us over this. But without further ado, let's show the first image. Can you see that one?
No, I cannot.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Hold up one moment.
Or am I just saying that to scam time?
I've just realized that I made a big flaw. The stream can see it, but you can't. So bear with me just a moment.
Oh no. What is it, chat? Hold up. Send me a message on Facebook.
No,
guys.
chat, don't do it.
Don't actually do it.
Bear with me. I've got to go to the file. I'll send it to you over the Discord because I failed to think. This is what happens when you don't plan ahead.
Man, it seems like you've planned pretty far ahead, though. I mean, you got a lot of this stuff ready.
Yeah, I had to research fighting games for 2 days to make sure I had enough good questions for that quiz. That weren't just biased towards anime games.
And all I did was answer 7? How much did you say you had? You had 75, right?
75, and you answered around about 14, I think.
Yeah, I didn't really get through too many of them for you, did I?
I just have to rename this, because otherwise it'll give away the thing. Alright, so here's the first one I will send to you.
Alright.
There it is. So stream should be able to see it, if I remember correctly.
Is that a Super Street Fighter 4?
It is not.
Okay. Oh man, that's got me all twisted.
Hold up, one
Do I get a second image, right? Like to have a guess at it. It looks vaguely familiar.
I'm sure it does. I can't give you any hints, of course, because this is the hint. Stream can see it now. I've just got to make sure I rename the other ones. You do get a second image, but you just want to
take that second image.
No worries. Give me one moment.
How do I win the car, by the way? I'm curious.
There's no car to win. You win
There's no
credit
car to
with
win?
the Street Fighter, the community.
So it is Street Fighter. Okay.
No, I made a mistake. I meant to say FGC community. It's not Street Fighter. Alright. So I put the second image up on the stream for the stream people to see. And then I'll send it to you. Great. So it's up there. Bear with me just a moment. And now I'll send it to you directly.
I'm pondering this very deeply, by the way. Thinking very hard. Oh, it's just come through. Oh. Oh, that's definitely not Street Fighter then.
Yeah.
That's looking like some anime game logo right there.
Ooh. I wonder if that's accurate.
Probably. Is it Guilty Gear?
Which one though?
Rev? Is that one of them?
That is an incorrect answer. But Rev is one of the games.
I actually can't think of any of the other Guilty Gear games right now.
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
That is kind of unfortunate. Let me ponder deeply in my thought palace.
You're gonna look it up on Google?
No, I would never do that. I don't know why you would say something so controversial.
Because it would be funny.
Is it Guilty Gear Exert?
It's not. Alright, I'll give you the last image, and hopefully you'll be able to get it. Hopefully.
Alright.
So it's on the stream. And now, I'll be showing it off to you directly. Bear with me. Boom, there it is.
Alright. Far out. Well, at least I got close. Like, I figured out it was Guilty Gear. I just gotta do, like, the brain thing to the other Guilty Gear games. There's Strive, isn't there? That's not an answer. I'm just checking that there is a Strive. How many guesses do I get at this?
I'll give you 3.
I get 3. Alright, well, I'll put 1 as Strive. Is it Strive?
It's not Strive.
Okay, it's not Strive. Shit. It's yeah, it's definitely. I'm literally drawing blanks on what other Guilty Gear games there even are.
That's most unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate. I can't even find it online. Oh yeah, I can. But now I feel like I've cheated.
You have cheated, so
I have cheated.
I'm counting that last one as your third.
For sure. Yeah, you should.
The correct answer was Guilty Gear XX Accent Core plus R. Thank you, anime names, for being so long that it took you a million years to find it on Google. But yes, I'll show you the logo in just a moment. Bear with me.
Alright.
This is what the full logo looks like. There it is, in all its glory.
Yeah, I totally knew that, guys, by the way. I was just messing around.
We were talking about it earlier today, so I imagine you'd be able to pick it up if you had read the general chat or the anime chat.
Too busy.
Yeah, that's true.
Dang it. Disadvantaged, once again.
Disadvantage, but the correct answer is Guilty Gear XX Accent Core plus R, which will be featured at our next event. Speaking of which, the page for that is
like
up.
A plug?
This is a plug.
Dude.
Guilty Gear was actually pretty popular with people who wanted it in the polls we did recently.
Nice.
It was just one vote under Tekken. So
Hey,
you better
man,
watch out.
I don't know
Anime's
who
gonna be
did that,
replacing
dude. I don't know who voted for Tekken. Couldn't tell you.
There should have been more votes for Tekken, in all honesty, though.
Probably. I think
But
a lot of the Tekken boys didn't see it.
Yeah, well, that's their own fault. I made it as visible as totally possible.
Fair enough. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That vote was me. I
Brilliant.
think. Yeah.
There was more than one vote. But,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Alright. Well, I guess that wraps up today's interviews. How'd you feel about the experience?
It was good. You know, I was a little nervous. I was worried I was gonna choke, and you know what? In the mini games, probably didn't perform to the best of my ability, but hey, it was a fun time anyway, you know.
You did fine. Honestly, I was expecting much worse for you, in terms of the quiz minigame at the very least. But you pulled out, and you proved me wrong. You proved me that you are genuinely a fighting game player, and not just a Tekken lord.
Thank you, Mullet.
You've listened to me enough times where I've complained about all the things I like in fighting games and don't like in Tekken. To the point where you can remember a few small details that I've never mentioned before.
Yeah, I've been sponging your knowledge just by being around you for long enough.
That's true. I'm like this wet cloth that's ready to get wrung out.
Oh boy. This is getting too central for me right now.
It's okay.
God damn.
YouTube won't ban me for this, I hope. But that does bring our day to a conclusion. So thank you so much for joining me. Do you have anything you want to plug?
Nothing I want to plug except CBT, but hey man.
Do you want to explain what CBT is first?
Oh yeah, I can. It's basically just a little meme group for Tekken players in Tassie. So you know, so we can get around it. So we get the boys something to rally behind and cheer at our locals.
What are the prerequisites for joining?
You have to be Tasmanian, and now this is very controversial. You have to be able to play Tekken. So those are the two requirements.
Looks like I'm out of a job then.
Yeah, just man, keep working at it though. You know, if you hop in the lab for like 1 minute, I reckon you'll be alright. I'll send you an invite if I see you in the lab.
I will never be in the lab, mainly because I don't play on PC. But
fair enough.
But no, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and also sharing some very personal information about how you knew that Street Fighter's Birdie was in the original Street Fighter. I'm especially fond of that.
Yeah, no worries, dude. Hey, if you guys need any more personal information, I'll send my bank details directly to you via DM, alright? So just hit me up, guys. Thanks for having me, Mulletcap. It's been a pleasure, man.
Excellent, thank you so much. And with that, we'll be ending the stream. And thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more of this content, be sure to, hit the like button, subscribe, make sure that I know that you know you're watching, and from here on out, we'll see you later. Bye.